All right, guys, we're going to get into MaxPax versus Erik. Hope you've liked Artosis story time, where I've made a fool of myself multiple times by eating food that was too spicy. What did Estro feed me? They didn't feed me anything, man. I had to feed myself. I was a vegetarian, so I ate gim, bop, seaweed, rice, eggs. Those 3 things were always in the house, so that's basically all I ate. And then, like, once a month when they got new cereal, everyone in the house would just eat nothing but cereal for a day, and it would all disappear. So, like, on those days, I also ate cereal, just like everyone else. With water, of course. Yes. Okay, so we had MaxPax there in the top right. We have Erik in the bottom left. And let's go. Looks like we're going to have a hatch block from MaxPax. MaxPax is really heavily favored here. Like, super duper 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 heavily favored. I don't know. The thing is, Erik has shown that he's a very clever player. The way his drone is moving makes me think that there's a possibility that he does an offensive hatchery, which I guess would be like a pretty good thing to do against someone that's trying to block your hatchery, right? Yeah, okay. So like I like this, right? And here's the thing about Erik. It's like you can tell his execution, his micro, his macro is maybe not the same level as some of the other people, right? Like as these top pros, like he's clearly not good in that way, as good in that way. But it feels like strategically, the flow of the game that he tries to produce is really, really high end. It's really, really smart. Dude, what in the fuck is this? Who on earth does that? Really? What? He brought 6 drones? I've never seen that, but you know, the point of that was he blocked a pylon from going down. The drones hit on top of the probe so quickly, the probe had to pull back or die. So it didn't have an opportunity to get the pylon, and if it had, I'm sure that that was the right amount to like blow up the pylon immediately so he could expand. So I guess big brain move from Erik. I've never seen it though. Over here on MaxPax's side, I've talked about this previously, that I personally like the double gate against offensive hatchery. I think that that is the best way to deal with it. And it looks like MaxPax does as well. I think it's like gives you more options defensively and as a counterattack, right? So I think it's a very, very good way to play. Oh, I love the Overlord. I love the Overlord, guys. Even if it doesn't finish, I love it, but it is going to finish. Dude, Erik is becoming my favorite player, man. All I want is an Erik versus Trigger finals. That's all I want. Just give me that one time in the NA Cup. Oh shit, Trigger the chat. All right. No, but seriously, Erik is like the way he plays, it's so strategic. He really has good ideas. I like it so much. Like even utilizing that one larva for your Overlord, and that gives you a scouting Overlord down there. It's like it's beautiful in so many ways. Now let's see how MaxPax wants to go about this, because this is why I like 2-gate as a counter to offensive hatchery, because offensive hatchery, your speed is always slow. So the 2 adepts do really well. Now that surround was nutso. Dude, is Erik the new Zerg Bonjour? Is, I think, where we have to start going with this. Like, it's getting kind of crazy watching Erik play these games, man. Like at this point, I don't even care if MaxPax wins. I'm almost ready to call this for Erik. I'm almost ready to message the admin and have it be 1-0 Erik right now, because like the guy is coming up with great shit. Surrounding those 2 adepts like that, like obviously that's a MaxPax error as well. You're not supposed to lose 2 adepts right there to slowlings. But Erik made it happen, man. That's what he does. He forces mistakes, dude. Erik the Decisive. Amazing. We have an Oracle on the way. So the game is going to normalize, it looks like, right? 3rd hatchery coming up, Oracle coming up. He's pushing back this Overlord with the Stalker. He's got a few Adepts out there. I'm sure he's going to want to shade a couple of those around. Or maybe he'll just take the 3rd immediately. That's what it looks like, actually, with the pylon going up over at the third. Gonna go ahead and snipe that Overlord. Perfectly timed. MaxPax on top of his stuff. Man. Really, really interesting game so far. I'm glad that we're here. Yeah, Kai Britt, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, so, I mean, the first Oracle swipe, obviously not doing a whole lot, making another one right now. A little bit of a depth pressure coming up. Erik comes for... Oh, that was definitely a mistake, right? Oh, I guess he was just going because he knew the Shade would finish. He had no units at home, so that does make sense. Never mind. I thought he would... I was like, why are you not surrounding there and getting some damage? But yeah, it looks like he puts good damage on that. 3 queens in the main. We'll be able to clean that. You know what? 2 drones dead? And a few lings for the 3 adepts? That's fine. You're happy. All right, 5 drones. Okay, now we're getting there damage-wise for MaxPax. 7 drones. Yeah. It's starting to climb a little bit. But look, not end of the world for Erik as of yet. We got the Twilight and the Forge coming up. A couple more gates. +1 melee. Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. +1 melee is my favorite upgrade to see for Zerg. Literally any match. Well, no, not Zerg versus Terran, obviously. +1 melee Zerg versus Terran would be the silliest shit ever. Like, I'm silly sometimes. But yeah, I love +1 melee builds. You know, in Zerg vs. Zerg, they're fun. In Zerg vs. Protoss, I actually really like them. Because, you know, getting up to +2 for your Banelings to one-shot probes, obviously gigantic. Just +1 on the Lings in general makes the counterattack so much stronger as well. So MaxPax just kind of going up into Blink and +1. Like, pretty standard stuff we're seeing. Erik with a little bit of harass. Drops like 5-6 Lings there for a probe. Not ideal, but I guess he has some intel. Worth something. 3 more probes and he's going to get out. A lot of Lings being produced right now. Quite a few Stalkers as well. 4th Nexus. Damn, what are we, hero right now, MaxPax? A lot of Lings being made. With the triple Oracle, though, I think that he's just fine no matter what, right? Yeah, the additional... Mapu's talking about this because the macro hatch up there. You know, anytime that you're going to macro Lings heavily, you do need macro hatches. So this little Stalker attack, there's no stopping that. You just have to give that up. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, Erik. Oh, that was a good trip on that. I don't think so, right? With the 3 Oracle, there's no way. I'm like sitting here ready to learn. I'm ready for Erik to teach me something new. No shit. Wow. I thought 100% with 3 Oracles there that he does a little bit of Blink Micro, hold positions the Oracles, shreds the Lings, kills that 3rd base. But Erik saves it because Erik is the new Bonchwa, man. Like, what the hell? Why are Zerg players just better than everyone? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that was a sick hold. That was a sick hold. I'm getting nervous, though, with what he's doing. The way that he continues to go forward, like, off creep, it's gonna get worse, right? Like, it's not gonna continue in such a way. Now, double Robo plus support bay, 2-1 upgrades coming, charge coming. I mean, if I'm looking at this game as MaxPax, 100% I start 2 Colossus immediately. Like, you could go 2 Colossus into Disruptors, even. Like, the 2 Colossus are going to basically negate Lings, like, super heavily. In fact, I mean, there's a possibility it goes towards a Colossus timing. But if you look at this Infestation Pit, it makes me wonder, because Erik really has had so many good plans and such a good understanding of what's occurring in the game. Yeah, take down that battery, man. Kill that battery. I wonder if he's going to rush to Viper from here. Watch. You watch. I bet you he rushes to Viper. Let's see. Hive. Watch. Hive is coming up. As soon as he's done wrecking everything. There's the Hive. You watch this. He's just gonna go Adrenal. He's just gonna go fucking Viper. This is crazy. The IQ on this kid, seriously. Dude, what am I even watching here? Weren't people saying MaxPax is like the greatest Protoss right now? Erik is the greatest Zerg, truly. The time of Cyril is over, okay? Rogue went to the military because he saw Erik replays, and he knew that he couldn't ever win GSL again. This is insane. This is insane. Look at that. He just popped the Nexus. Now, Spire is timed out with the Hive pretty well, so he could go into Broods. But I swear to God, if he just pops 3 Vipers the millisecond this thing is done, I'm going to... Like, I'm already a fan, so I guess I can't make it be more of a fan. But I wonder about that, right? Because if you're going this many Lings against Blinkstalker, 100% of the time they're going Colossus. And Colossus are really good until Vipers are out. So if you, like... Oh, dude, there's the Vipers. Insta. Only 2, though. I want a 3rd. I want a 3rd so bad, guys. The 3rd is the hedging Viper, just in case something goes wrong. There it is! My man! Oh, I love this. Wait, did he cancel it, or did he start another one the other 2 finished? I don't know. Anyways, who cares? Greater Spire on the way. Now, Erik's standing army should be really bad right now. That's the thing about the way he's been playing. Like, look at this army. This army is hilarious. What is this army even? He's going to go ahead for a very strong counterattack. Goes after the pylon. That's interesting. That's only going to shut down the cannon, though. He's losing this hatchery. MaxPax's army is scaled so much better. Like, we saw so many great moves from Erik. But at this point, it's like... Okay, so what he has to do is he needs to nail 2 abducts right into his roaches. Or now 3 abducts. Okay, 1 doesn't get it. 2 gets it. Okay. Oh, man, he's losing a lot of roaches doing that. But he, like, literally, you just have to kill the Colossus to have any chance here. His roaches still causing a little bit of a problem. At least warpins aren't happening in his base. It just seems like MaxPax has a bit too much. The stability of MaxPax, the scaling of MaxPax. Stuff was going wrong for him. But GG. That was a sick game, though. Dude, Erik's fun. Erik is, like, there's some big brain stuff going on here. Because, like, there's, like, he's not as good as some of these other players, but, like, his plans are actually in a lot of ways better than what they're doing. Like, he has a very good idea of what to do to win games. Erik seems to be really smart, man. I love it. I love seeing a player like this, right? He's not just doing what everyone else does, but he's also not just completely cheese all in. It's some sort of middle line that he's traversing where there's a lot of fundamental good shit here. Bro, Sweet Lord, I will take your fucking VIP away. You better fucking watch out, bro. I'm watching you. We're going to be going into game number 2 here shortly. So shortly, you already hear the countdown. You guys ready for this? Ready for more of the Erik show? God, I love shit like this. This is great. Let's go. So we're going to be on Gressvan. MaxPax versus Erik. Again, really, really great stuff from Erik there. And obviously, MaxPax played solidly enough that he was able to outscale and just nail the timing. The thing is, if MaxPax had been... Let's say MaxPax's counterattack is like 30 seconds slower. I think Erik wins. You know? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like how close some of these games are. Like, you know, if he just has a little bit longer and he has all of his Vipers like full energy, he has another round of roaches out there, then suddenly he's killing them in one less volley. It's harder to pick them back up. You know, he has more time to deal counter damage across the map. There's a lot of shit there. That makes it really interesting. Anyways, MaxPax just showing his class, showing his level in that game. Now, this is a pool first, and he's mining gas. So definitely something very cheesy and aggressive coming out of Erik here. The probe scout is coming over, though. Excuse me. Honestly, not sure what Erik's plan is going to be. Like, it could be as simple as a Ling speed opener. I mean, if you're gonna go Ling speed, are you gonna clear the probe and then go Banes with it? So MaxPax has a ton of intel. Throw down your cyber core. Throw down another gateway. I like the gate. Yep, there you go. Because his probe's starting to go back. I'm like, no. If you make a Nexus here, you can bet your bottom dollar that this guy's going to kill you, man. I don't know exactly how or with what. Well, probably with speedlings, obviously, since it's going speedlings. But you get my meaning here. So, kind of interesting. He's been able to, via this very aggressive opener, slow the Nexus substantially here for MaxPax. But do you follow this up with aggression still, or do you like do you kind of recover as quickly as you can, like play a greedy game from here? Now, this probe is trying to scout, but speed is going to finish really soon, man. I want to see him get in front of that probe. Come on, Erik. Don't let him see anything. Don't let him see your natural hatch. Okay, he gets it. He gets it. All right, the one adept shade goes forward. Dude, he wants that info. Okay, he saw Queen. He saw Queen, so he knows there's an expand. That's funny. You see how hard he tried for that, too? Like, he risked that adept completely. And then he also, you know, threw a second probe out to try to find it. So finally gets some sort of confirmation. He's actually built quite a few units. He's getting 2 stalkers. Dude, look how scared he is. Oh my god. This is like the Starship Troopers moment. Okay, he canceled. He canceled. Dude, when he started the stalkers, it was the Starship Trooper moment where Neil Patrick Harris, like, touches the fucking brain bug that looks like an infestor. He's like, they're afraid. It was like that for MaxPax, because if you're going full wall into the Nexus, 2 adepts, into 2 stalkers, you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I just don't want to die. Right? That's because like the stalkers are better against banelings, they're better against roaches. They're just defensively in a wall in, they're incredibly strong. So that's why I'm kind of talking about that, because that's like Erik almost got him to like commit to something really super weak, because if you're making 2 stalkers at this point in the game defensively when your opponent is not playing offensively, it's so weak. It's super, super weak. So yeah, that was a cool moment. But MaxPax, he thought better of it. He changed course, and this is a much better play to have these adepts out here. So much better. 4 adepts are nothing here. I mean, even 6 can't finish a shade, but at least you're applying a little bit of pressure. You're making sure it's not like, look here, this could have been 5 drones. Instead, it's 3 drones, 4 lings, right? Those are the type of things that he's doing right now. All right, nails that recall, loses 1 adept, takes some damage on the other ones. We have the Roach Warren coming up to help out with this glaive push. I think it's very obvious at this point it's a glaive push. Erik knows that. That's why he's getting the Warren. I'm almost surprised he didn't throw down a Baneling Nest, because it feels more in line with what Erik's trying to do. Like, trick-wise, right? Like, if you have a couple Banelings that are just out of vision of the Shades finishing, and you bring them in right as the Shades are finishing, like, a couple Banes can actually completely destroy a glaive build. I mean, we don't see it that often, but it is a possible counter. You don't have to go Roaches every time. And in fact, when you do go Roaches to counter, a lot of the times Protoss is kind of counting on that. Now, if you stay pure Ling, a lot of times the Adepts will get more damage, theoretically, unless, again, as I said, you know, you get a Baneling hit or something. But when you go into the Roaches, it allows for a cleaner transition for Protoss in a lot of ways. Because they can go into Immortals, they can go into Disruptors especially, which are going to just wreck against, like, Roach Ravager. All right, so backing up now. Erik getting into a very defensive spot. Ooh, that's a good shade finish, I think. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. Terrible surface area for the Lings. Gets 7 drones already. The second shade comes out. He's not going to lose that many adepts. Oh, dude. Well, the adepts are just, they're doing a bit too much, I think. And I guess the big problem here is we don't see anything for Erik that would constitute a good way to catch back up. Right? It's like, yeah, MaxPax is basically only on adepts, but we're down to like 29 drones, and the standing army isn't that good for Erik, and we don't have good tech either. So yeah, it's a really rough situation. In fact, he even cancels the shade there to actually fight. Some transfusions come out, so that's kind of nice. Does force a reroute of this prism, but it's still going to go up to that main base, so he has to really worry about that now. The fake shade. Oh, okay, it does have a little group of roaches here, and roach speed is done, so that's very helpful as well. But yeah, MaxPax certainly, like, I for sure like MaxPax's position more this game. Yeah, he just, a bit too many drones dying, unfortunately. You know, when you're playing these fast, loose, aggressive builds into greed, it's like sometimes you just haven't caught up with where you're supposed to be when the standard stuff comes after you. So, good execution from MaxPax as well. You definitely got to hand that to him. Ooh! Okay, well... You want to be up here with the roaches, seeing what you can get done, but as you see the immortals in the third nexus, it's feeling worse and worse, I think, as Erik. Yeah, the harassment continues. This push should just kill him. Fairly certain. The 2 immortals is, like, really, really brutal. Oh, almost gets a prism. That would have been a nice kill. Unfortunately, it is going to get out. Help with those reinforcements. Yeah, and here we go. The main push coming up now. Nice little dodge. Sidestepping that immortal. Going to be able to power down this hatchery in a matter of seconds. Big shade fake going towards that main base. Units having to get split. And MaxPax just engaging too well here. No one in the world is going to be able to stop him in this spot. Just way too clean. Way too clean. Well, I mean, we're kind of watching the death throws now. Erik's losing everything. He'll GG in just a second. You know, he wants to spend the rest of his units. All right, so MaxPax advances 2-0. 2-0 is what they're going to write on the bracket. We're going to go ahead and say that this was a 2-1 victory. Okay? Because we got to give Erik at least one win for how well he played in that series.